Solo queue is brutal, no comms, no help, and everyone thinks they're Nico. So I went through dozens of pro matches and high level Face-It games to find 65 tips and tricks you can abuse completely on your own. These plays don't just win games, they get you more kills, more impact, and more solo carry moments. Let's jump straight in. Ever since the Incinerary nerf and the spread is reduced, you could take advantage of this by pushing into ramp and jumping atop the ledge to peek behind it. If pro players are missing this ramp Molotov, what do you expect the average player is going to do? Now, if you don't want to peek behind that Molotov inside ramp, you can go ahead and throw a smoke off this left wall, which is going to extinguish it. This is the easiest solo ramp peek play on CT side that you could do, so after Molotoving ramp, throw the flash off this wall here. The flash lands deep way below the stairs, so you won't be affected by the flash when you peek, and the T's will be forced to look away or they get fully flashed. These ramp nades might catch the T's off guard, so when you Molotov off ramp, as you get close, you're going to extinguish it. So the Molotov will cover if any T's are holding on the right of the pot, and then you can go ahead and push through the smoke where you have this small gap here. The number one wallbang on Mirage that will get you kills is the one for apartments. All you have to do is shoot bottom left of the window. Here's a B opener you could do by yourself, so at the beginning of the round you could rush apps and throw a smoke at the balcony here, and we know that there's going to be the B anchor player probably towards van, and then we could isolate them with that smoke to peek towards short because we know the other B player is going to be over there. If we know the CTs like the jump spot, after the Molotov ends, go ahead and push up close so where you can get behind this wall, and there's a timing where you could hear the CTs jumping and then you can go ahead and push up. After killing the B anchor, your attention should focus and turn towards short because that's where the other CT player is. Donk makes the same play, he hides behind the wall, catches the timing on the CT jump spotter. When you come out mid on T side and you still have a full nade set, go ahead and throw these connector control nades. Smoke off top con, Molotov inside connector, break open the CT bomb connector smoke if there is one. Your top connector smoke does extend out, so you could choose to either go through the smoke to the left towards the stairs or to the right, which Malo9 chooses to go to the right. These nades apply a lot of pressure onto the CT connector player, so the Molotov forces this player to fall back. Now we see the CT make a mistake being out in the open like this, trying to hold for the stairs walkout, but Malo9 chooses the other side. Obviously walking through the smoke is a risky play, but if the CT isn't on the side that you're walking through, then you could potentially be rewarded like Chopper is here. Super easy connector salt pop flash from jungle, stand here, aim at the corner of the rug, run forward and left click throw. These are often smoking bottom connector, and one way that you can take advantage and use it against them is to push through and play behind the smoke as the smoke extends out. So that was Donk doing it in a pro match. Here's xFloud making the same play, however he's doing this in a Face-It pug. This is one of the strongest smokes for CT side Mirage. It lands bottom connector and extends out towards mid, allowing you to push through safely to peek underpass, and then also lets you fight mid. If you peek to the left of the smoke near the wall, there's a smaller gap where you can see over the smoke. Zywoo throws the same smoke bottom connector, holds top mid, doesn't see anybody, uses the smoke as cover to push to peek underpass, gets a frag, then he falls back safely inside connector, and he's holding for another push, but he misses his shot. One nade set that will get you a free kill using the bottom connector smoke is this one from Blitz for underpass. So he throws a bottom connector smoke, Molotov's underpass, throws a nade for any T's way behind the Molotov, then left and right click throws his flash under that light pole, and then he's going to swing out and peek any T's that are holding. That's a blind frag right there for Blitz, and then he gets another one top mid using the connector smoke. This was made possible with the bottom connector smoke because you saw there was two T's mid and they can't see Blitz pushing out. A lot of players are using this nade set combo, which was popularized by Donk. If you want to push underpass like a pro, as you're pushing underpass, jump throw this flash near the water puddle and it's going to pop perfectly for any T's that are trying to rush down underpass. If that flash is too hard for you, you could always throw it on the fly like Flamesy does with a right click throw as he's running forward while looking up. Throw this self pop flash before you jump into window, stand behind the bench, aim at this dark mark on this half wall, right click jump throw, and then you can go ahead and clear out any CTs holding from either sides. If you opt Mirage, you need to know this movement play where you jump on top of this window ledge onto the bricks into ladder room, because most likely 99% of the rounds the T's are smoking off window. So you won't be affected by the window smoke, giving you the ability to have that opening mid peak. Every opera should have this in their bag. The other jump is towards catwalk. Now this one's a little bit more risky since you are out in the open, but you get a closer look towards top mid. Now if the T's are throwing a top mid smoke and you do the cat jump, you could push up catwalk behind the smoke or sit inside the smoke and wait for the T's to come out towards mid ramp or find a timing to push through the smoke. Here's a clip of a round where you can wait behind that catwalk smoke once you jump window to cat, and you can wait for the T's to either push up mid or go through this smoke towards catwalk. Zera makes the same play, but he jumps out window and pushes up mid ramp and uses the cover of the top mid smoke, where then he is able to jump on top of catwalk, and now he's going to get some easy frags. With that same cat jump, instead of pushing up, you could actually play on top of the railing here where you could see the T's cross. You can have a better view of top mid if there is that top mid smoke from the top of the railing if you push up more towards the end. I want to thank today's sponsor, which is Skins Monkey. They are one of the best and easy to use CS2 trading sites. You can instantly switch out your skins you don't want by selecting them, and then pick up the new skins you do want that are so much nicer. You could also buy skins much cheaper with a 35% total deposit bonus using code NART. Click my link below in the description to get a free $5 on your trade. On Dust 2, if you want to rush up catwalk safely, jump down Sui, throw a H-nade to give cover from any CT spotting mid, then you throw a mid door smoke, afterwards throw a flash, and then make your way up catwalk to short. Just make sure when you're coming out Sui to go to the left of mid so your smoke can bloom before you go out towards mid. You're taking the chance that the CTs are not pushed up short at the beginning. If the T's are coming out fast mid, when you jump up short at the beginning and peek mid, all you have to do is throw this flash over the wall, then swing and peek mid. Any T's mid will be fully blind. This is a common flash that you'll see the B short player throwing on Mirage before peeking mid. Now, if you're worried about the short push, you could do what your Kinder does. So he throws the same nade set, but then he throws a Molotov for short, and then afterwards he's going to push up and wait for his Molotov to end before wide swinging and peeking out. Next time you smoke B doors on Dust 2, try out this play. The smoke, since it extends out and it's very big, you could actually sneak out and get towards the right side behind these boxes. And then afterwards, with the cover of the smoke, make your way back into B site. If you have the long A spawn going for the peak, you could throw this smoke that lands behind the boxes that will put out any door Molotov thrown from the CTs. Another smoke you could use to contest long A is this Lurk smoke thrown from Flame Z. It's going to land in front of the door, allowing you cover to come out to contest long. Nothing happens with the Flame Z clip, but this is a round where this player threw that same smoke, which I don't show, and they come out and get a frag and fall back safely. And then towards the B site, we've got the tunnel Lurk smoke. Stand next to the pillar, aim here, left click throw. The smoke allows you cover to push tunnels and you can come out either the left or right side. If you come out the right side, you can jump on top of boost and use the smoke as cover to peek over the smoke. If the T's are in A and they have their A cross CT smoke, you can go ahead and throw your own smoke in front of that smoke and then push through with the cover of the two smokes, and T's from long will not be able to see you. Nat from car does not see Frozen until he makes his way all the way top ramp. If you don't have a smoke to cross towards sight from long, do what Bit does. He only has a Molotov, and as he gets close, he's going to throw a Molotov, and then he's going to peek behind the Molotov, which is going to make it very hard for any CTs to spot him. The number one wallbang in CS2 that will get you free kills is this one here, the one on the shelf through this wood wall. It's super good because it covers anyone playing Ninja, Pillar, Short, CT. Whenever you watch a pro match, this wallbang on Ancient is done multiple times a match. This wallbang is super easy to do, just make sure that you're safe to do so and without the CTs pushing down banana or cave. So you saw Nico there do another wallbang. That first wallbang is for any CTs playing long. Here he is doing it in the face it pug. This one's a little bit harder to learn because it's an actual lineup versus the other wallbang, which is not too specific. A very easy opener is to throw a Molotov off the wall here, and it's going to land top ramp banana, and you're going to push up and peek behind the Molotov. CTs will one think it's a defensive Molotov, so they can't push down banana and they're not expecting you peeking behind it. And then secondly, peeking behind the Molotov in the flames makes it really hard to spot you. This play will work really well if you condition the CTs, throw it 1 to 2 rounds in advance, and then on the third time peek behind it. T's are often rushing B on Ancient, and this is one flash that you need to know that will stop them. That's a run forward right click jump throw. Now the second flash is if you're the cave player and all of a sudden they're rushing up banana, you can go ahead and throw this flash that lands behind you, and then you can push out and it won't blind you. This is every cave player's favorite flash to stop the B rush. If you lose cheetah control on the CT side, here's a nade set to retake it, and you could do this by yourself, and Swisher is going to aim here, left click throw for the smoke that lands front cheetah. Then after this Molotov ends from the T's, he's going to throw a flash off this wall on the fly like this, and then peek after the flash. As you'll see that Cypher has a tough decision. He has to either be forced to look into the flash or look away. The Ancient movement play you need to add to your playbook is the mid-ledge jump coming out of red, so you can get up heaven fast, you can peek lane, you don't waste time jumping on the box, and it gives yourself a very fast peek. And this is a great play because you don't need a teammate to run boost you, as you can make this jump solo. I highly recommend only making this jump if your teammates are smoking off elbow. Otherwise, if they're not, then you can throw the smoke that Jacob is throwing to give him cover. Easy mid-cell pop flash coming out of red. You feel pressure mid from the T's, so you go towards donut and you're going to jump throw this flash off the wall, then peek after the flash pops, and that's going to blind any T's that are coming out fast mid. This T looked away from the flash 1 second too late. The A main boost is the most overpowered position on Ancient to get easy and free frags. You always know when the T's are coming because of the shadows, and it's super hard for the T's to clear you. Easy A main push by smoking it off, then going through the smoke to the right where the smoke gives you full cover from the left. Tossa knew something sus could be happening, but I guarantee you that most players won't expect this play getting you a free frag. Kicks on with a solo mid rush play using the fast mid smoke, and as he comes out he throws a flash mid, jumps out, and as he rushes up mid he's going to throw this Molotov off the wall that lands towards boiler, throws another flash as he pushes through his own smoke. A sneaky play you could do in apartments is you smoke it off at the beginning of the round, then you're going to push through your own smoke towards the window side and backstab the T that jumps up into window. The reason why this play works is because the T's will hear the defensive smoke inside apartments and they're not going to expect you to walk through your own smoke. And you don't have to worry about the T on the stairs because they're not going to be able to see you, and most of the time they're not going to walk through the smoke. Another aggressive play you can make inside apartments is throwing incendiary inside window, which doesn't fully cover it off, so you could actually sneak through inside window towards the right side of the wall. The T's won't expect you to be pushed inside window, and then once the incendiary ends, you could actually peek outside window and get some easy frags. When you entry up short, just go ahead and shoot this part of the default box to clear out any CTs playing behind it. Easy banana pick using this smoke that bounces off the wall, puts out the T's car Molotov, then you could swing and peek to the right of the car. A lot of times you're not going to have a teammate flash banana for you, so this is one you could do for yourself. Stand behind the sandbag, aim at this part of the roof, left and right click throw. Just make sure the flash pops before you peek banana. Playing behind half wall is perfect with the Mag 7 because it's close combat and you could jump shoot. If you ever watch Vitality play on Inferno, you know that this is one of Apex's favorite plays to do. On Nuke mid-round, if you're playing upper site and you want information and you have a Molotov left, go ahead and throw it off inside the hut wall, and then you can go ahead and peek behind it into lobby. Jail doesn't see anybody inside lobby and flanks ramp, and here's another play where he throws that same Molotov and gets Hunter. Another trick play you could do for lobby is smoking off door and then going inside the door smoke towards the right side and fading out that smoke. This is a classic play used in the pro scene that will work in your games. This smoke is a cheat code. It's the instant nuke door lurk smoke with the best nuke spawn on T side, and that's going to allow you to get down vents for free. So the smoke blooms as you come out the door so the CTs can't spot you and you can drop vents for free. You can clear out any CTs lower, helping your teammates get down here and also cut off rotations. I will put down the setpos command to practice a smoke in the description below. The most common and popular op play that you could do on the CT side of Nuke is to start off towards ramp and throwing a Molotov off the wall here for trophy and peeking behind it. Using that same Molotov lineup I just showed in the previous clip, you could throw it with a flash, but you have to run a little bit further and that's going to blind any T's holding in this vending machine area. Here's Donk making the same play, but instead of using a flash, he throws a decoy, forces the two T's to look away, and since it's a decoy, he doesn't have to look away. If you have the best T spawn, you can make this play by rushing the trophy, and before the smoke blooms, you can see if any CTs are pushed up. If there isn't, then you can hug this right wall. And then you can continue to search ramp, which the CTs might not expect you. This is a genius flash from Male09 who's inside hut. He spots the player towards heaven and he has a flash and he throws it off the wall here, and then he peeks with the flash as a flash lands behind the silo and it won't blind him. If you want to safely come out single and you have a flash, throw it off this wall here, which is going to land to the right of the silo, not affecting you, and we can see Alexb was forced to look away. The glaive smoke is super versatile, allowing you to go aggressive, so you can go ahead and push up towards glaive to spot top silo. Unfortunately, Alexb gets traded out there through the smoke. Here we got Apex going through the T smoke wall when he was playing towards glaive. Here's them running through. Here's Monesi in the face of Pug throwing that glaive smoke at the beginning, and he throws a flash in order to safely cross towards red, where he's going to swing all the way through and gets a frag onto this T here. The same smoke and aggressive push play towards red can be used with an op, as Molodoy does here. Throws the glaive smoke, uses the smoke to cover to get crossed towards T red, where he's going to wide swing and peek towards the T outside area where he catches one and then falls back. Easy overpass monster lurk smoke from K-Serato. Stand behind the wood pallet, aim in the middle of the square, jump throw. The smoke is going to give him full cover to sneak out monster, where he gets an insane 2k. The smoke blocks off the left side of monster, so K-Serato just has to clear the right before he comes out. Robs is going to peek fountain with this nade set where first he smokes off T stairs, then he molotovs playground and then pushes up, and when he gets close enough he's going to throw a flash over this wall, times it well so he can safely peek fountain. And then he falls back safely. Now this is a very aggressive play you could do at the beginning of the round where you rush connector, you throw the flash behind you and you peek connector at the same time. If you know the CTs like to break open the door, you can molotov the left side of connector and push up and wait for the CTs to jump spot or boost. Another trick to punish the T's for rushing up connector is from B. First we're going to molotov short pipe, then we nade open the door, jump spot sandbags, and if we see some legs we're going to wall bang through the wall here onto connector. Another wall bang you could do at B is short pipe, so first you can throw this nade and then using the same lineup you can go ahead and spam, which Stewie does here and gets the frag onto the T that was inside short pipe. This is one of Stewie's favorite plays in a different face at Pug. He throws the short pipe molotov, then he goes on top of sandbags where he throws the HE nade and then uses the same lineup for the wall bang. And then you see him followed up with that connector wall bang that I showed previously. Easy short pipe aggressive play where you first molotov it off as you're running, and then when you come around this corner short you're going to throw a flash that lands behind you that will blind any T's waiting behind the molotov. Youngster has his brown halls push using this nade set. First he's going to molotov off the entrance of the brown hall, and then he's going to fall back towards the back train here where he's going to throw the brown hall smoke. He's going to aim here, then jump throw afterwards. He makes his way back towards ramp where the smoke is going to give him cover to push through towards the left side. He's able to flank one of the T's, but unfortunately for him the whole T side is there and is able to trade him pretty easily. If you're playing towards camera gap, Ivy and the T smoke you off and you have a smoke, throw a smoke in front of their smoke so you can easily push out with cover. If you throw the smoke far enough, you could probably safely get to new box. This is a similar play like throwing a smoke in front of the right side Mirage A smokes. Male09, the highest elo faced player, always throws his pop dog nade set at the start of the round and it's such an easy lineup. You'll win more T sides if you don't let the CTs take pop. That's 65 solo queue tips and tricks you can start abusing today. If this helped you get more kills or win more games, hit like and subscribe and don't stop here. Click the video on screen for even more CS2 plays you could steal.